Peace or RaReKaMaai here of Apparel and Aspire Higher and RaReKaMaai Mystics. Welcome. This segment that we're here presenting today is the April monthly, reinstating the monthly spread and astrological and astronomical review. So April, I know a few days in already, but here we are. April's title is Heat Madness. Heat amidst the madness. Okay, last month we had I did a segment with the weekly PowRa, in two different parts, but still kind of put together. And so last month was March Madness, and it actually coincides with the madness that we had in March. Everything to do with the airborne disease that is going around right now, and how we can move forward. And the main energy in regards to the title anyways is that of the heat, the fire, the zeal. April is an interesting one always. April is seen as the beginning of the astrological calendar, with Aries season coming in. And Aries season, actually 13 sign sidereal astrology wise, begins on the 21st of April. So we're still currently in Pisces season. So in the subconscious kind of realm with Pisces energy, and then into the conscious realm when Aries season begins. So yes, it's interesting times right now. But one thing that we have to drive home right now to all who come across this video, who that watch, is that fear is the worst thing to align yourself with right now. Okay, if you watch the other segments I've been doing since I've been back, I had a little mini break here at the end of February, came back mid-March, and what we need to stay away is fear, and I've been saying that for ages. And just yesterday, actually, I went through a little stage where I became a bit fearful of things to come, and that was definitely a spirit form that comes and tries to infiltrate your thoughts, lower your vibration, to then get you susceptible to more dense non-conducivity non-conducive things, people, situation, and all this kind of things. Okay, so again, just to remind you, stay away from fear. There is nothing to fear. You have to just be healthy so you can acquire your wealthy. Okay, so I've got a card spread out here. I'm going to probably pull some more cards, and we've also got the calendar that we're going to go through, looking at the astronomical cues and the numerological cues as well. Cues meaning insights, dates, and events to look out for that will be impactful to us collectively. Okay, so I actually made a meme for this month a few days ago, and I had 4 pointers. One, that we're going to have the Lyrids meteor shower on the 22nd. We have the number 3 energy, very prevalent this month, and also the Venus energy, very prevalent this month. Okay, as well as Aries season beginning on the 21st. So those are 4 pointers to look out for. And we're going to go through the calendar in more detail in a little while. For now, let's look at the card spread that we have. Our main energy collectively, major arcana wise, is going to be Strength with Archangel Ariel. And I also have the message from my guides, number 6 and Material Harmony. Yes, I just pulled this one out, and it was very interesting to me because, like I said, number 6, and that is Venus energy. And a few days ago, I did actually pick up that the Venus energy is going to be very prevalent this month. And Material Harmony is what we to look forward to, what we can acquire if we stay away from fear. Okay, material harmony meaning, harmony in this realm, harmony in the material world. Okay, harmony in acquiring the things that we need physically. Okay, and I know it seems contrary to what we are going through right now, but that is just a phase that we are in, and we will pass it if you remember to stay away from fear and cultivate that Leo energy within you with this strength card here. That is reminding me of to remember that you are divinely guided, okay, that you have strength and zeal that can carry you through all situations, that nothing that you are put in is bigger than you can handle, right? And it says here, strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence and forgiveness. So you have to let go and release anything that is dense around you, thoughts, feelings, situations, people, okay? And remember yourself, who you are, why you are, work on your purpose. We've been saying for a while that this self-isolation and quarantine time is a great time to, if you're not already on par, and even if you are, to strengthen and help you sustain it in the long run, your purpose and how you can make that your liberty and how you can shine that through, with strength for the major energy for the month. We have the need for flexibility. Okay, this is a card from the angel messages from Diana Cooper. Is it Diana or Diane? Can't remember again. Diana Cooper, Angels of Light cards, okay? And main message for what we should be working with or should have been working with is to be flexible, okay? And affirmation is, I am free and flexible. And it reads, life is full of changes and surprises. Yeah. Your guidance is to move with the current, for it is resisting the flow which creates problems. Ask your angels to help you open your mind and heart to new ideas and fresh options. When you accept the possibility that there are other ways, previously unseen doorways will be open to you, and you will move easily through change. There is a solution to every problem, so look at all things with eyes of love and expectation. Then life force will flow freely. Through you. You'll feel healthy and alive and can access the necessary resources and wisdom within yourself to help you through change. Okay. So when looking at things through the eyes of love and expectation, expect more so from yourself. Expect yourself to be able to thrive in these times. Expect yourself to be able to stay healthy in these times. Expect yourself to be able to not fear but show more love in these times. Whatever it is that you want to expect from yourself. That's a better way rather than expecting outside of you. Expect and have faith and know that you will, the willpower is all in you. The strength card is all about that. I keep thinking about the Leo energy because strength is associated with the Leo energy, but also seeing the lion there. The lion has a lot of courage. The lion is affiliated to the soul, and it's a fire energy, so it's about your passions, your chi, and it being affiliated to soul is about your soul purpose, your destined path. Okay, that we are all here to walk, to fulfill. And there is times like these that remind us or help us retrace our steps to see whether we are on it. Okay, how we can better fulfill it, how we can get on it, right? So look at this time, be flexible with everything that's going on. Don't stay too focused on what the media is saying, because there's a lot of fear mongering being perpetrated onto us right now. And I'm going to reiterate once again that this is a man-made situation that is being divinely driven, okay? Meaning, yes, the man made it, but the man was made by divine. So when I speak of divine, I'm talking about the infinite one. I'm talking about God, but I tend not to use God, because God is a lesser term. God is you and I, the physical beings. You can either be a high vibrating God or a low vibrating God, but the infinite one is what creates all things. Okay. So right now, we should be looking to not feel so rigid about everything. I've actually made a few posts. One day I did one that was quite interesting. It was that download that I got, but I couldn't. I didn't want to let it come out because I had some things on my face and shit. It didn't look cute, but not only that, I was a bit distracted because there was a lot of people out and stuff like that. We was in a park, not a park, like a field, and I spoke about just it being a test of character right now for us to see how much we are going to follow or how much are we going to lead. Because if you have reached this message that I have here, then you are divinely guided to be here, and you are divinely guided generally to know that we have power, okay? Don't let the powers that say so they be. Yeah, I got it back, the little saying I had there, something similar to that anyways. The ones that, feel that they can overthrow humanity, overthrow individuals' will to take you off your path, okay? It's important for us to get the fresh air, to be outside. No, probably not to be outside for hours, not to be outside every day, but definitely do take yourself out and enjoy soul, because soul is very important at this time. Soul is actually very curing for this disease, right? The heat is what's very much necessary. That's why taking in healing herbs, I say they're all healing, right? I mean, heating herbs, the bitter stuff that's actually going to be warming to your system is very important right now. So teas, the gingers, the spices, turmeric with black pepper, cayenne, the bitter herbs like cinnamon, nutmeg. Those are all the spices I'm talking about right now because I'm kind of hungry. I was going to eat before I started, but it's always better to deliver these messages on an empty stomach. So, yeah. But I did a post recently for Upright Ruin Aspire High for the life hacks on Random Forest Day. So check that out on the socials. Right? So yeah, being flexible is really important right now, and knowing that you are free. You are free to be. Don't get stuck. And even this week's weekly PowRa from the 29th until the 5th of April, the underlying message from my cards, the Divine Love deck, was to commune always, clarify often, and travel frequently. Commune always, always start with self and your guides, your divine guidance system. Clarify whatever you need to. Don't just take everything for gospel because they say, this amount of deaths, that means this is the amount of deaths. Not necessarily. We know this. Media is the first point of fake news. It always has been. It's only because Mr. Trump has dubbed it so that now it's become like a hashtag, right? But media has been used in propaganda for eons, since media was a thing, and now that we have different doorways to media, more level-headed, more righteous people doing their own kind of media, more people showcasing their truth, their divinity, their understanding of the divine connection. And so sometimes, people use that as a facade as well. So you have to be very discerning. Very discerning. Okay. Also, presently, we have surrender. And the angels are asking us to surrender. And the affirmation is, I surrender to the flow of life. And it reads, whatever you resist in life persists. Ask your angels to help you dissolve all the resistance of your ego. And remember, your ego is only a bad thing when it's misaligned to your soul purpose. Okay? And it reads in brackets, the inner conflict and struggle, the rigid mindsets and habits, so that they can flood your life with higher truth and joy. when you surrender to the guidance of your higher self, all the energy you have been using in resistance becomes available to you. Vitality, inner peace, harmony, and most of all, love are your spiritual rewards. So flow the pace of life, relax and tune in. Then follow the guidance of your intuition, knowing that angels will support you at all times. Again, the affirmation is I surrender to the flow of life. Yes, and also with the Leo energy, children comes to mind, and joy of life, okay? Having fun, truly laughing, like laughing often, laughing as often as you can, and enjoying the time with the children that you have around you. Okay, so this is opportune time. I mentioned in the last Random Forest Day video log that we did for RaReKaMaai Mystics, a recording I did like on the, I think it was on the 26th of March. I remember because in another recording on that same day I made the date. I said the date. I mentioned that, that a lot of children are at home right now with their parents, and I've been home educating my children since before birth, So now that people are having to do the same thing, it's not fair to be forced into something like this, but it's really, really very healthy and helpful for you to understand the child, understand the children, and healthy for them in a sense, because the parents, the carers, the family members are our first teachers, are our best teachers, okay? School wasn't always a thing, Socialization wasn't always a thing either. Like the first people that we should socialize and understand and get to know is your family, because they give you the best lessons. They have your lineage is your lessons. Who you come from are the lessons, for the good or the bad. So when we take enough time to realize that, to nurture that, it brings about a more whole-rounded individual. And then they can go into the world and learn more. Find little things to do with the children. We made some paper airplanes today, and they were having a world of a time. Simple things just makes a big difference. It doesn't have to be hard. Just reading to them is the biggest. It's just lovely because you can really open a lot of doors with just reading. Drawing, like having them joining activities, getting them to tidy up and stuff. Responsibility, baking, cooking with you, home economics, simple things that can all be done with you and should always start with you. Okay, so surrender to the flow of what's going on right now. Don't feel too bogged down. I know the children it can be hectic. It can be hectic, definitely. But it can be done. It's your responsibility to do so. Okay, and your higher guidance for this month is to be honest. Okay, it says honesty, and the affirmation is I am honest in thought, word, and deed. And it reads, Angel Wisdom reminds you that your every thought, word, emotion, and action is reflected in your aura. When you are honest, your aura is crystal clear. Everyone knows everyone knows where they are with you and feels totally safe. The angel suggests that you look within and purify any murky thoughts and feelings. When you are totally honest with yourself, you behave with integrity and dare to be open. For there is nothing to hide. People respect and trust you. As you radiate a resonance of honesty, people respond to you with openness and honesty in their turn. Okay, and then again, the affirmation is I am honest in thought, word, and deed. And this always reminds me of checking your thoughts, your words, and your deeds, making sure they align to your soul's purpose, to your true innate self, not just talking at the mouth, at your arse type thing, really taking time to check yourself on the things that you say, because, yes, words are spells, when you're writing, you are manifesting. when you're saying, when you're speaking, when you're feeling the words that you're saying, you are manifesting. So very, very mindful. I have to be mindful of myself. These are all lessons for us all to learn. Just thinking about myself and how I go on sometimes. And it's really important to check yourself before you wreck yourself, check your spirit before you lose your soul. Because sometimes we'll be saying things and it's not always innate of us. It's the energy flows around. Just like I mentioned earlier about me, and now I've been uttering this and I've been knowing this. I've been, that fear is not the way to go. And what I got fearful over is like, it's not, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. It really isn't. There's nothing for you to fear. And none of us should. Just know that that is a spirit that is trying to attach to many people right now, because I think this is the point I wanted to make earlier as well, that 2020 is a big year. 2012 is a big year. Okay, that's the Coptic year that we're in right now, 2012, and the collective year that we're in right now, the Gregorian year that we're in right now is 2020. And just like there was a big hoopla about 2012 when it was said it was back when, is the same. The energy that was surrounding it is the same thing that's surrounding it right now. 2012 is a year of change. A year of breaking away from the status quo, a year of adventure, a year of expansion, a year of connecting the spiritual to the physical and balancing both and not being lopsided one side. Okay, and that's why there's so much, we have to be inside the house and social distancing and stuff like that, because the more we get to talk to each other, the more we get to know each other, the more we get to connect the dots with the skies and the earth, the more we are elevating, the more we are awakening collectively to our divinity, to our Godhead, to our Godhood. Okay, and this is why the powers that say so they be are trying to basically rip that away from us, but it's not going to happen. It's only giving us more, even though they're trying to take away from us. In 2020 being about the transformation, the rebuilding, the restructuring. And so that's what it is right now. We can still do that. We're still managing to do that, but we have to take away the fear, take away the fear and refocus to your divinity, refocus to the lion in you, the passions that drive you. Okay, by first balancing your emotions, aligning your ego to your highest self so it can push and drive you. Your ego is synonymous to the will, to your willpower, which is all about the Leo energy. And the ego gets a bad rep because the powers that say so they be don't want you to have willpower, don't want you to have drive, don't want you to step outside of the box. But we're going to regardless. Take time underneath the deck for the major arcana. We have perspectives, which is the hanged man in the traditional tarot. And it says there's a better way, pause for reflection and insight, dare to be different. And also when I was shuffling, I saw the high priestess go, and high priestess is that Pisces energy as well, looking at the subconscious, looking at the spirit realm. Okay. And underneath this, underneath perspective, I see divine guidance, which is the Hierophant, with Archangel Sandalphon. And the Hierophant is about that the physical world, the physical realm. It's also the Taurus energy, which is where Venus is right now, for the month. I remember I said Venus is a big component for the month this year, this April. And why I mentioned that is because it's that needing to bridge the gap, what we're supposed to be doing, even though they're trying to stop us from doing that by keeping us locked in the house and with all the electromagnetic stuff that they put in over our heads inside the houses and stuff. It's just to shut down our psyche almost. The same thing they do with the fluoride in the toothpaste. You know, making you think like, yeah, it's really, really, really good, but actually it makes you docile. Stand in your power, go outside when you need to. If you need to outside, before you need to outside, go outside. Make a concerted effort to go outside as often as you can if you're feeling up to it. You know, if you have a window, I've said this in a few recordings. If you have a window, if you have a balcony, if you have a garden, get out there, stay out there. Okay. And yeah, I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a conspiracy theorist because I don't like the connotation or denotations on conspiracy theories. But these things are for real, okay? Yeah, I had to shut down my computer. Not shut down my computer, just like turn it off. And I said to myself, oh, please. Who was it? Sam Smith was on a stay home and da-da-da-da. Oh, it's a nice adverts now. I even had the government send me a text message, and I know I did not give no government my number, right? All kinds of things, and I get the consensus, right? But we have to understand that there's a bigger picture to this. Whenever anything is being forced down our throats, like this is it, and this is the only way, and this is dire, and then this woe, and this fear, and this it's always because there's a plan behind it. They're not trying to give you a full picture, and we haven't been given a full picture, and there's been so many loopholes already, you know, like the coronavirus being in the back of Dettol and all of these things, and a few other branded cleaners and stuff like that. So coronavirus is not news. Okay, I mean, like I mentioned before, airborne diseases are rife. They've been about. You know, we live amongst microorganisms. We've been living amongst microorganisms all our lives. This is a reminder for us to always remember to take care of our health. You know, don't be buying out, eating all kinds of rubbish. Cook more. Check what it is that your body needs, nutrient-wise. Don't just fill yourself up with density. Okay, underneath the angel messages as well, we have here adventure. And the affirmation is, I face the adventure of life eagerly. And this is it. Adventure is what this 2012 year is all about as well. You know, stepping out, not doing things like you've done before, being different, doing things differently. And that goes for how we're shopping as well. Just the other day, I was outside Marks and Spencer's, and there was just a big queue. I said, oh, fuck this, let me go to the market first. I went to the market, and by the time I went back to Marks and Spencer's, I went back through, there was no queue. You know, stuff like that. Don't feel like, don't act like the drone that they want you to be. You know, look for alternatives. I haven't done much market shopping for a long time, but it's been cool. And but they're trying to shut down the market as well, so they say, and I heard someone say that, and I had actually heard the marketeer say that 4 weeks ago, or it was 2 weeks ago, and she said they might close it down for 4 weeks, and now they're saying they're going to close it down again. This is their last day, but they gave them the same news 4 weeks ago. Granted, there is less marketeers out there, because I know the prices for some places or some goods is very hard to come by now. I say the price, I mean the goods that they're buying, is the prices are getting so high that the marketers themselves don't want to buy it, right? But there still are people out there trading, and it just reminded me how beneficial it is to buy not in bulk. I want to say in bulk, but not like just buying up everything. Like, you know, I'm used to buying, because I'm a small family here. I'm used to buying a little 500, or at least a maximum of a key load of maybe rice or lentils or stuff like that. And it's been beneficial to buy like maybe a 5 key lentils or rice and all these things, you know, so then we don't have to keep going out. Because I do find that I have to spend a lot of time going out to the shops to do shopping, like food shopping. I used to do the delivery in the house and stuff like that, and go to farmers markets and stuff. But I prefer with the delivery stuff to kind of just buy stuff myself and feel the fruits out and stuff. But again, the markets is probably a better way right now, and I know that's probably going to help with the economy, at least for the marketeers and the local shops, because they haven't been getting much play for a while, and now they're the places to go, truly. But then there's been like places like Sainsbury's and I don't know about Tesco's. My local is Sainsbury's, and we've got Marks and Spencer's around the corner. They've been, because I spoke to some of the people in Marks and Spencer's, the people that work there, saying everything's still coming in, but it's just because everybody's buying things so much that everything's going just as fast. But when I went to Sainsbury's initially, they're perpetrating the fear mongering, because they're like, you can only buy two, and these ridiculously long queues out there. I haven't been to Sainsbury's for ages. There's some things I like to buy in Sainsbury's, but I tend to always go to different places anyways, different stores. Like, I'll go to Lidl's, I'll go to Marks and Spencer's to get these things, and certain things I'll buy in Sainsbury's, and all of these things. So, but right now I'm done with Sainsbury's for now, because I didn't like the energy that they were fueling. And I understand, because everybody's buying at everything, they want to be able to ration. But that again is like because I don't really know how it's working out there in Sainsbury's. But if Marks and Spencer can still get their same goods, like they've been saying, like I'm sure Sainsbury's should be able to do the same. I fucks with them in this anyways, because Diana's my soul tribe, and I love her. Even though the Spencers are doing things differently right now, we leave it there. But material harmony, okay, we can bring about material harmony. I remember I did get a download that the whole virus will definitely be cleared by mid-May. And with the heat that's coming in April, it's gonna be clearing up more and more. And that heat, I think it's got to do with the peace. And even in the yearly meme that we did, there was a download about peace and human rights issues being rife. And this is the way it is right now. Our peace of mind is at stake right now. Our peace of mind is what's being targeted. And we really can bring about that material harmony if we realize that. And give thanks. I know so many people work in places that they don't even like to be in. Like, give thanks for this time and figure out a plan to do something with yourself in regards to your purpose and what you're here to do in life. So you can monetize that and bring in your abundance and your wealth that way. Okay. I'm just going to pull on some tarot cards right now. How many did I do? Yes or no? Okay, actually, I'm going to do the purpose. How many should I do? I'm going to do pick 2 cards from not Diane Cooper, the Purpose Life deck card. Ooh, 2 came out just like that. They just flipped right around. Spiritual teacher and justice. Oh, you heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars, and justice is your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. Yes, a lot of people are gonna seek spiritual teachers. Hi there. I am here, and I'm also a Libra, so justice is my thing, and just we'll see what's underneath the deck. Hold on a minute. Okay, yep. Animals. It says you understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance, as the animals are a part of your life's work, right? Nature as well. And even in the I did did a recording. The recording I mentioned earlier, on Monday, on Moon Day this week, that was the 30th. As I was speaking, the download came through about the trees, and earlier today, one of my Soul Tribe members mentioned the trees as well, and just being in nature. And it reminded me, I mentioned in the video, I might release it still, you don't judge me, okay, about the Asar energy. You know, Asar is affiliated to Aries as well, and rebirth, and the underworld, somewhat of a Scorpio energy too. But Asar lives in the trees, lives in the fauna and the flora, you know, nature, and the animals. The animals are also part of divine, you know. They're also created by divine. So look out for your animals and talk to the animals. In that same recording, actually, there was a black bird that wanted to speak to me, but I didn't give it much time because I was trying to finish this recording, and then I had the distraction. I had my children and other children kind of like, I don't know, there was a lot going on that day. So yeah, the animals will be speaking to us. If an animal comes towards you, ask it some questions. Say hi, greet it, and see what you do. Okay, and in regards to spiritual teacher, look to your divinity and you'll find your way forward. Okay. You'll be protected if you connect with your divine light at this time. Definitely. You'll be protected if you look to your divine light at this time. Okay. Yes, I needed to repeat that. Okay. Justice is right, bright, right? So let's look at the calendar. Okay, this month, numerologically, again, I mentioned that the free energy is very important. We have a few master numbers today, this month. Anyways. So on the 8th of April, which is also the full lunar in where is it, in Virgo, is it? Yes, it's in Virgo. We have the 22 vibration, and all the days are mentioned. Why I mentioned about the free energy being important. And remember, free numerologically is all about creativity. It's about the Trinity. It's about the 1 + 1 coming together. Okay, the unity is creation generally. It's also magic, and magic is creation, you know. So every day where the date is a free, it also culminates the undertone of free. And just to remind you that I combine the ancient and the modern dates, yearly and monthly, to make a new understanding. I don't know, I needed some water. I know I was supposed to bring that bottle in here, but let me just show you from here if you can see. Okay, so April was originally the second month of the year, and we are in the Coptic year 2012. Okay, and now it's seen as the fourth month of the year, and we are in the Gregorian year 2020. So the 2 + 5 for the 2012 is 7, and the 4 + 4 for 2020 is 8. 7 + 8 = 15. Oh snap, I forgot that. So overall this month is a 6 energy. 6, and again, it's about 6 is ruled by Venus, And I said, and I love this. Sometimes I don't always connect the dots when I'm pulling it all together, but when I see it out there, there you go. This is the message I got to deliver to you all from my guides. It's the sixth vibration, and it speaks of material harmony, as I mentioned earlier. And that's what 6 is all about, bringing in harmony in your material realm, okay, understanding your past to move forward in your future, okay. And why I mentioned that Venus is a big player this month is because there's a lot of conjunctions with Venus and the Pleiades, Hades, and Aldebaran. And Venus is actually in Taurus for some time, I think until the summer. And so there's a lot of conjunctions with Venus, the moon, and Venus being in these constellations. Okay, and as I was mentioning, the master number or the free energy. So on the 3rd is a free undertone as well, and because I've been noting this this double every time every month there's been one number that stands out and is doubled. Okay, so when you add it numerologically, okay, it's like here we have the Venus day. It's a free day, but also undertone free. And then we have the same on the 12th of April. We also have a 3 undertone. And then on the 21st of April, we also have a 3 undertone. So those are all free, double free energy. So the 3 is prevalent, right? And also on the 30th, we have a 66, which is a double digit, but also if you whittle it down, it's a 3 energy, but we keep it as a double digit because the double digits hold extra weight for that numerological influence. Okay, so this month the double digits that we have undertone is 22, 44, and 66, right? And the 11 as well. So we have the full moon in Virgo on the 8th. We have the dark moon on the 23rd on the cusp of Pisces and Cetus. We have the Lyrids meteor shower on the 22nd. We have Aries, I know I'm jumping up and down, Aries season beginning the 21st. We have Uranus conjuncting Sol on the 26th. We have Pluto going retrograde until October on the 25th, right? So I'm just gonna look through the calendar right now, look at prominent dates, but I may not actually, because we have the weekly powers that we're gonna continue with for the weekly. So we'll delve more in depth each week for the dates. But I just wanted to point out those dates for you because it'll be prevalent times, and also on the 11th and the 12th of April, the moon is in Ophiuchus, okay, and I like to note those dates because Ophiuchus is the lesser known sign, even though it's very powerful, and we need to really understand its energy. So the more you can observe your days on those moon days, it'll be very beneficial for us all as we grow. Okay, so also I should note that the 6 energies as well will be important to look at. So on the 6th of April, we have underlying 9 energy, and 9 is all about culmination, understanding the past again to move into the future. Okay, we also have also on the 9th we have underlying 6 energy, which is interesting, and on the 24th as well we have the 9 undertone. 24, 4 plus 2 is a 6 as well, so got a lot of 6 and 9s. Oh, on the 15th, I didn't note this earlier, on the 15th, which is 1 plus 5, which is also a 6, we have a 9 undertone. So